Hey buddy, Crow back again with another video response to Novabug's Friday Foursome series. And this month's Friday Foursome is actually the opposite of what last month's Friday Foursome was, except it's not the opposite I thought it was going to be. Last month's Friday Foursome was on 4 female protagonists. Now I was thinking, oh, the opposite of that would be 4 male protagonists, and I was thinking, well, no, that would be way too easy. And in fact, that was not what this month's Friday Foursome is. This month's Friday Foursome is on 4 female antagonists. So go ahead and check out Novabug's original video. But for my choice, and go ahead and check out everybody else's responses on these too, because I always find it interesting. And this one's going to be very interesting because at first it seems like this would be too difficult to do, but when you really think about it, it's not too hard to figure out. I mean, they don't even have to be the main antagonist, just, 4 female villains in video games. Simple enough. Well, really not as simple as last month's, but I had to think about it for a while. There weren't 4 names that came right to my head, but I came up with a list of 4, and as I was looking at this list of 4 that I came up with, what's really interesting is that every single one of these that I've come up with has appeared in cartoon form in one way or another. So, the first female antagonist that I thought was very easy. I was just looking at my game collection, and this character happens to be from my favorite NES game, and that is the Dark Queen from Battletoads. Battletoads was one of those games. Yeah, it's very difficult, but I really enjoyed playing it. I never got to fight the Dark Queen without actually cheating with a Game Genie, but you know who she is while you're playing the game because she taunts you in between every level, and even before the game, in the opening cinematic, as it were, she taunts you as well. So there's that, and she's appeared in every Battletoads game since. She's even been in Battletoads and Double Dragon. She's even been in the most recent Xbox One Battletoads game, I think, that was released earlier this year, that I think everybody's already forgotten about. I'm not really interested in that game. Everything was just too radically redesigned, especially the Dark Queen in that game. We gotta go with the original Dark Queen. And yes, she appeared in a cartoon. There was a one-off Battletoads cartoon that wasn't very good, but she's in it in cartoon form. So yeah, number 1, the Dark Queen from Battletoads. Number 2 is a game that has been around for a while. It's a very popular game series. I don't know if this character's appeared in every game, but what we're talking about is Queen Slug for a Butt from Earthworm Jim. Now, I've actually not fought her myself or even seen her in the games. I just started playing those games on the Evercade, really. I think I've only gotten halfway through those games, so I haven't seen her, but I know that she is a character in the game. She is the main antagonist, I believe. The person who kidnaps the princess. Princess, what's her name? That's actually her name. And Queen Slug for a Butt is actually her shortened name. Her full name is the Evil Queen Pulsating, Bloated, Festering, Sweaty, Pus-Filled, Malformed Slug for a Butt. That is her full name. And there was an Earthworm Jim cartoon, and she does appear in that, as far as I can tell from what I looked up on the internet. I never watched the Earthworm Jim cartoon, but I knew it existed. And from screenshots that I've seen Psy-Crow and the Queen Slug for a Butt in the cartoon. So yeah, there you go. There's my number 2. Number 3 is really, really, really obvious, but not so obvious. Like, it's so obvious it's not obvious. But I'm going to be talking about Sue from Miss Pac-Man. That was her original appearance. Yeah, the final ghost in Miss Pac-Man is Sue, and it's a female ghost. And of course, there was a Pac-Man cartoon series that was in the 80s, and Sue is obviously female in there. I know she showed up in Pac-Land. She showed up in many other subsequent Pac-Man games as well. So yeah, Pac-Man and Ms. Pac-Man was so popular, but it's easy to forget that one of those ghosts is indeed female, unless you, obviously when you watch the cartoon, it's very, very obvious. In fact, you wouldn't even know Sue is a female ghost by watching the game, playing the original Ms. Pac-Man game. unless you kind of watch the opening title crawl that lists out the ghost name and you just see Sue and you're like, oh, that's a female's name, I guess. But yeah, they made her even more female throughout the series. So that's my number 3. And for my number 4 option, I was kind of hesitant to put this on the list because it's from a game series that it's a very popular game series, but it's one that I've never been really into. And I've certainly never fought this character in the game series. But I got to talk about number 4, Mother Brain from Metroid. And there may be an argument that, oh, Mother Brain isn't really female. It's an AI construct, I guess. But now it's in the name, Mother. You have to be female to be a mother. So I'm going to throw that on the list, especially since there was no Metroid cartoon, but I remember her most from Captain N, the Game Master, where she was the main antagonist to the whole Captain N crew. She was the main villain, bad guy of that whole series, and she definitely was female in that cartoon. So that's not going to stop me from putting Mother Brain on the list. And yeah, whenever I think of Mother Brain, it's funny. I think of the Captain N Mother Brain. So those are my 4 picks for this month's Friday Foursome. If you yourself have your 4 female antagonists that you want to put in there, go ahead, either list it in my comments below, go to Novabug's video, list them in the comments in his video, or make your own video. Highly recommended. That's it. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye.